What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris. This is 4K Motoring, and as you can see, we're starting to get quite the collection of motorcycles here in our garage. We have the Ducati back, and we're going to start upgrading things again. There's still a few things I want to do to this bike. We've teamed up with Antigravity batteries. If you guys are familiar with this company, they make some high-end lithium batteries for motorcycles with built-in jump starter capabilities. Now, at work, we rely on our motorcycles quite often, and they need to start every time that we need them to start. Getting stranded somewhere is not an option, and these batteries are perfect for that. So since we've added all these electronics to this Multistrada, it seems only fitting we upgrade the battery system as well. And what we have is the new anti-gravity battery with the jump starter capability. This has 16 amp hour lead equivalent with 480 cranking amps. Compare that to the stock battery. This thing is quite the beast and it will never leave you stranded. Let's open it up, check it out, and I'll show you why this is my battery of choice and why you should probably be looking to upgrade yourself. Okay, in the box here we have our battery. There is a little set of instructions telling you what to do before you start up the battery. There is a startup procedure to make sure this lithium battery is awakened before you can actually use it. But here it is. This thing weighs nothing. Compared to that lead battery, especially if weight savings is what you're after, a lithium battery is absolutely going to do that for you. Typically what we found is it does last quite a bit longer than the normal lead battery. This bike here is 3 going on 4 years old, and with that, the battery usually lasts 4 to 5. With something like this, we can expect probably at least 1.5 to 2 times the battery life if treated correctly, which is something I really like about the lithium batteries. In the box, you do get all the battery terminal attachments, which is nice, and the battery itself here. This is the larger capacity battery for this bike. There are 2 different versions, and this is the larger capacity. This is the battery chemistry that you typically don't have to worry about. It is pretty stable. So if you guys notice, on top of the battery, there is a jump start button. Now, the way this kind of battery works is that it has obviously 12 volts in it, 12.6 volts. And when it detects the voltage gets down to the minimum required to start a motorcycle, whether it's from a slow parasitic draw, whether you have everything on and it's drawing rapidly, whatever the case, when it detects the battery voltage drops to the lowest it's gonna need to actually start your bike, it will actually go dormant. It will shut itself off and stop giving electricity to whatever is drawing it. It allows you to then press that jump starter button, and within a matter of seconds, you're able to restart your bike and get things up and running again without needing a second portable jump starter, without relying on somebody else to come save you. It really is a nice backup plan just to have, just in case. So most of you guys have probably replaced a battery before. This really is no different. We're gonna go ahead and replace it in our Multistrada. I'll show you where the battery is, I'll show you how to do it, and we'll get the thing swapped in. I'm gonna give the bike a start before and a start after just so you can hear the starter and how quickly it turns over, and you can make up your own mind about how well this thing works. Pretty quick, really have no issues with this battery yet. Just preventatively, we're gonna go ahead and change it. Let's see if we can see our battery voltage through our settings here. Through info, there we go. This is our resting battery volts. This bike has been sitting for about a day and just started, just turned off, and we're at 12.2 volts. We still have the headlights on with a little bit of draw. So that's, I think, a very reasonable, still healthy battery. For the Multistrada, like most bikes, you're going to need to get the battery under the seat. Now, for the Multistrada, there is a keyhole on the right side. You insert your key and turn it. It will pop your passenger seat up, which allows you to turn 2 tabs to get your driver's seat up, your rider's seat up. And with your rider's seat out of the way, that's when we'll have full access to the battery and wiring. So our battery has a nice little strap over it. It's a plastic strap. That's going to be a 4mm right here at the front, and this strap will pull out. That frees the battery. You'll have your positive and negative terminals, just a Phillips head screw on both. Get the wiring out of the way, make sure you have room, and this battery will come out. The weight will be noticeable when you put in the new battery. All right, fast forward just a minute, and we have swapped out the battery. This thing is so much lighter, it is incredible. And one thing I love about it is that it's got dual terminals. So although the factory battery just had the terminals up here, which remain the same, there is a second set of terminals down here, which means if you're going to install accessories, especially electronic accessories with a lot of wires, obviously like I have, it would be amazing to start with one of these batteries. That way you have a complete extra set of terminals to work off of. The bike can remain attached to one. You can attach everything else to the other side, keep all the wiring nice and clean, and that will make your job a whole lot easier. Now, according to the instructions, before you start this battery up for the first time when it's installed, it is in a dormant kind of sleep mode for transportation. The restart button, inconveniently, is right about where this bar is here. So this battery holder right here, the strap, is going to have to come out whenever you're going to use the restart feature on this particular bike with this particular battery. But it's right here. It's an easy button to press. You just press and hold that button for 2 seconds, activates the battery, and then we are ready to go. All right, through the magic of film, we have our Sargent seats hooked back in. All of our wiring connectors are in the right spot. Everything is bolted down and in the right place. Let's go ahead and turn the key and see how it sounds and see how it starts. So far, so good. Now, I've not run this battery or charged it yet, so this is just how it came. Obviously, we have to reset the date and time. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Well, that was quick. That was a powerful start. And looking at the claims, 480 cold cranking amps as opposed to 220 off our factory battery. We're running at 13 volts right now as opposed to the 12.1 we had when we first started off with the factory battery. So take that how you will. This battery has a lot more power inside of it. And overall, I think it's going to be better for this big load, electrical load that we have on the bike. Worth noting, this has a very low parasitic draw, so you probably don't need to keep it on a tender, but if you do, make sure you have one that has a lithium mode on it. The way the normal battery chargers work is they overvoltage sometimes the batteries. That could be bad for lithium, so make sure you're using a lithium charger if you are going to top up this battery. So looking at the standard battery, this is remarkably heavier. And here we have our settings. It is 10.5 amp hours, 20 hours, 210 cold cranking amps. That does compare to the 16 amp hour equivalent, lead amp hour equivalent. So this is the bigger, higher capacity battery. Pretty equivalent with the factory battery with the 20 hour or 10.5 amp hour, probably right about the same, but 480 cranking amps as opposed to the 220. This thing is going to start. Now, worth noting again, make sure you charge it fully before use. Use only lithium chargers when you're going to charge this. Don't use it in old motorcycles. Some old charging systems won't work with old voltage regulators. Make sure it's a newer bike like this Multistrada. And obviously, make sure you're using the right size battery for your bike. The Antigravity website has a really good battery finder tool, so you can enter your make and model and it'll show you right to the right battery for your bike. This Multistrada has 2 batteries that are available for it. One is just the higher capacity version of the other. Depending on your accessories and your riding, one may be right for you versus the other. Either way, these are fantastic batteries. I love them. You're never stuck with one of these anti-gravity batteries. It's going to be lighter and last longer in general. If you do run your battery down, again, it saves itself. You can always restart it, and this thing is phenomenal. I'm gonna have a link for these things down below, as well as a discount code. That way you guys can save money if you're after one. The age of these Multistrada V4s are starting to approach that 4 or 5 year mark for the older ones, so we are getting to the point where a new battery is going to be required. I would highly recommend something like this anti-gravity battery. Again, the link is down below. Hopefully this was just a short video for you guys. This is one of the most important maintenance items for any bike, keeping the charging system and the battery up to date. That way everything will run, especially with all the modern electronics. You can't afford to have low voltage or an inadequate battery. The bikes just won't work. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Otherwise, stay with me. We'll have more for the Multistrada coming up. Make sure you're following along here on 4K Motoring. As always, I'm Chris, and we'll see you next time.